Guys, we've covered a story like this before, and when you're in a situation like this, you just can't forget the first rule, okay? So two daycare workers at Kids Unlimited in Prosperity, South Carolina were busted for running a child fight club.
Oh,
Serena Caldwell and Ericka Jones were accused of instigating at least 14 kids, some as young as 3 years old, to throw hands. Local sheriffs arrested both teachers for contributing to minors' delinquency and unlawful conduct towards a child. So the pair was busted after a toddler broke the first rule of Toddler Fight Club and told his parents that he was asked to punch each other like as punishment. So the fights were also a lot of the fights were also caught on video too. That's why they hammered these girls so hard. So they have proof. Like the Caldwell chick is facing 15 counts, and the Jones chick is facing 14 counts of getting 3 and 4 years old, dude, to fight.
dude, I'm not gonna lie. If someone did that to my daughter, I don't care if it's a woman, I'm gonna beat the fucking shit out of her. Like, I would
Oh,
kill a bitch if she fucking tried to do that to my kid. That is unreal. The crazy thing is, too, is like my daughter's already in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, but it's a different thing, right?
Hmm.
Like, it's not like kid cockfighting. Like, this
no.
is
Yeah,
brutal, dude. Like, that's like legit. They're like, these kids are all gonna be affected for the rest of their lives. To be fair, though, the youth is a little soft, so
I was actually like thinking of that, like you know what I
not,
mean. Like,
you know,
well, maybe a little
if
bit.
they would
Maybe
if they
maybe
would
you
have
get them to
waited,
wrestle, not like not, as
yeah,
long as you're not squaring them off. And like the weight, there has to be weight classes too. Like you can't have like the
yeah,
6 year olds and the 3 year olds. Like the six
yeah,
year olds can't be picking on the 3 year olds. Oh, you have
yeah.
two 3 year olds. They're about the same size.
You
You know what I mean?
know, dude, when I was a kid, my dad, he was our Cub Scout leader, and we were living in California. So I was 6 or 7 years old, right? And
Hmm.
he would get like when it was Tom's Cub Scout group, right? But I always like was there because I was so close to their age. I just like hung out there, you know? And he legit, like, they would all come over. There's probably like 8 kids in this Cub Scout group, and my dad would have us box in the front yard, right? And the oldest kid was probably 8, and I was the youngest kid at 6 or 7. And we would all box each other in the front yard of our house in California. And I was thinking about it, I was like, I don't know. Boys is different though. You know what I mean? And it
100%.
was like one, we had six, like we were little kids with 16-ounce boxing gloves. Like there, we could barely throw these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it looked like we were, like they were like massive on us. So like no one ever got hurt. And it was more just for like you have to like, instill some aggression in kids, but still, yeah, man. I
Now
don't know.
listen, I got two things on this, Liam. I saw this story too myself because, of course, we usually think alike. Two
Uh.
things. Uh, the parents all suck that sent their kids here because, first off, when you see the picture of the two people
I know.
who,
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I'm never dropping my daughter off with the people that run this place. Right? These two people that were arrested, they both look like they just got off the block,
Especially
just
the
ripped a
lady on the
pipe.
right. The
Dog,
lady on
look
the right looks
terrible.
like she was in prison yesterday. Yeah.
Just got out this morning. I
Yeah.
agree. Also, did you see the facility, Scream? It was like a pole barn. Wherever
Mhm.
they were putting these kids in, it looked like something I'd buy beer out of in goddamn Manioc. It was not a daycare. It was literally like an aluminum roof pole barn that you probably keep a John Deere tractor and four-wheelers in. It was the whole situation. When I saw it, I was like, yo, these pictures
Yeah.
are insane.
Yeah.
What asshole showed up and was like, nah, this looks like a great daycare. Yeah, you two too? Yeah, hell yeah, take my kid. Like, I blame the parents because you knew what you were getting. I guarantee this was like a $5 daycare. They were
Yeah, like
probably like some
Yeah.
real cheap. And they're like, I got a great one. You're like, oh, did you? Because your kids are in there kicking the shit out of each other.
down south. Yeah, I guess it's down
Yeah.
south is a little bit different. They just, you know what I
Damn
mean?
it.
If there's room in a barn, they open
All
a
I saw was the
daycare.
pictures, and I was like, oh no. Any reasonable human would see this person and be
I,
like, yeah, no, not for my kid. I'm
I
sorry.
usually try not to like judge on appearances and stuff, but like
Yeah,
the
I'm
lady
judging
on
the
the right, the
I'm
lady on the
judging
right
her.
is so rough, dude.
Yeah.
She's pretty mean looking, man.
Dude, yeah, brutal. I mean,
Uh,
I don't know, dude. I'll tell you, like, it depends where you're at. Like, where, like I've said before on this show, I live in Montgomeryville. So,
mhm.
it's
Small flex.
the
Yeah, I
daycares
know.
out the
Small
daycares out
flex.
here are pretty nice. We'll just say good daycares in Montgomeryville. But when we were living in the Northeast, bro, my daughter this is her third daycare. First
In an all
daycare,
Russian school.
Well, the first daycare, I'll tell you this. The first daycare we went to was an Albanian speaking
Yeah,
day.
nobody spoke English.
Right. It was great because, well, my daughter's already bilingual, so it was
Right, of course.
pretty good, right? And
Helps her.
it was a good daycare.
You have
right?
zero idea what's going on. You're like, what's going on, hon?
Not a chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, right.
but like, you know, it was clean and the people were
Right.
nice and like that
They're
was
good
fine.
people,
Right.
for sure.
But like, dude, like I didn't start like, you know, I didn't even like look at daycares before, but like
Right.
when you would drive around and you see the differences in some daycares, like the state run daycares, bro,
Yeah.
like the state or
Yeah.
the state sponsored daycares or whatever, dude, they are rough. Like I would walk by and it's one like 350-pound lady just sitting, just burning heaters, and these kids are just running around, and like there's a fence, and it's like, all right, they're kind of in like a kennel for the day. You know,
Basically.
and they're not fed. And then the second daycare my daughter went to was a Russian-owned daycare that was cash only daycare.
You don't say.
I mean, I'll tell you this: security was not an issue at the cash.
No. Yeah.
That was a
Your
big
daughter's safe there. Ain't
Yeah.
nothing going down.
yeah. It was an old movie theater in the Northeast that they converted
Dude,
to.
do any Russians have bank accounts, dude?
No.
Like they always, it's
I'll tell
always
you what-
cash,
Excuse me.
dude. Yeah, it's
They all
always
have
cash.
guns. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
You're like,
They all
hey,
got guns.
hey, Boris, is my daughter okay back there playing with the extension cord? She is fine, Matthew. You stay. You're like, all right. No problem,
yeah,
Boris.
dude, you
I
ain't
trust
kidding.
you.
They're definitely safe. You ain't kidding.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Russians
nice.
do not play.
No,
Yeah.
God, no. Love it though. All right, good stuff. Let's